tell you about me. And I believe that actions speak louder than words, so I'll tell you about things I do to make you get to know me better. I believe the best thing that describes actions I do is I like to try out new things. New things like this Toastmasters Club with all you people here. And so tonight I'll tell you about the thing I tried in the past, something I'm trying right now, and something I want to try in the future. What I tried in the past starts 2 summers ago when a friend of my father's who has a sailing boat invited me to a sailing competition to join his group. And I joined, and after a few weeks I figured out what I like the best. I am an extrovert, so I liked meeting new people, making new friends. I also like the competition part, where you have a specific task, you have the adrenaline rush going through you, and you feel everything around going on at the same time. So finally I figured out that while making friends and competing, you also get a great workout because tasks on the boat include lots of physical activity as well. Of course, it's not only blue skies and calm water, there's a few challenges I met as well. First, it was costly. The boat was covered for me. I didn't have to pay for the boat, but still I had to pay for traveling, housing there, and my food. So it's an expense and a challenge. Then there's the time issue. You have to travel to the seaside, prepare the boat for the competition, then do the actual competition, prepare the boat again, come back home. So that's an issue as well. I believe the biggest issue for me was, the biggest challenge was responsibility. On a boat you have to be very responsible and very diligent in what you do. Because a boat is nothing without a good crew and a good captain working together. So this group experience is totally opposite of what I'm doing right now, which is a personal challenge for me. I'm fasting right now. So basically I'm only eating fruits and I'm only drinking tea. There's a few challenges with that. First of them is I need some preparation because I start with tea in the morning, then after 2 hours I have to eat some fruit, then after 2 hours tea again. So basically I have to prepare the fruits beforehand and maybe a thermal bottle with some tea so I don't do tea and fruits all day while I'm at work. Another challenge is, well, tonight when we go to Dom Dumat, it's the social issue. Everybody else gonna order some stuff. Me, I have to eat some fruit, so it's a big temptation, which is also maybe the biggest challenge is the temptation is everywhere. So I keep reminding myself why I'm doing this, which comes to the benefits of me doing this fasting. The benefits is something unexpected, it's cheap. Basically a kilo of apples or oranges or bananas, the most expensive are like 5 kilos, so it gets me through the day. Where a meal, in example, in Dom Dumat tonight starts from 5 levels and goes up and so on. It's also a time saver. I challenge anybody of you to take a banana, prepare it for half an hour, then eat it for another half. It doesn't work that way, it works only for 5 minutes or so. And finally, the main thing is I feel better. I feel more energized, I feel much more better after I eat. I don't get sleepy. Some people would say I even look younger. Well, others would say I look hungry. So I let you decide about that. And after all this talk about food, I tell you about something I'm gonna try in the future. I want to start to grow some food. I want to do sustainable farming with the science of aquaponics. Aquaponics, in a few words, is very simple. It's a fish tank like this big, and you have the fishes doing their dirty work. So the water gets nutrient rich, the water gets pumped up to a tray where you have some plants. They use the nutrients, filter the water, and the water goes back to the fish. I like this very much because it's apparently very easy to do. It's a great way to have homemade vegetables and fish. It's also very sustainable, so the process is quite easy. And I'm hoping that from a hobby of mine that I believe is going to come, maybe it will become a business endeavor or something. Of course, it has its challenges. The first one, I had no experience in growing anything, apart from a fish tank when I was a kid or whatever. The next challenge is this design I showed is quite rough. So it doesn't really fit into the vision of my girlfriend's idea for the apartment. So I have to change the design, or I have to change the girlfriend, basically. And the biggest challenge is time consuming as well, I guess. So to sum it all up, as every one of you, I'm an individual person, my own beliefs, my own interests, but as everybody else here, I like to have fun, I like to meet new interesting people, I like to eat fresh food. Most of all, I like to become a member of this club because I believe that public speaking will help me in my work. I'm a salesman, and it will also help me in any future endeavors I like to start. So thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for your attention.